Hi, this is Kees Ghanem. I'm going to tell you about my book, which I have actually co-authored with a Lebanese immigration consultant. His name is Eli Nasrallah here in Ottawa. And the two of us got together and thought that we should write something about the role of Arab Canadians in Canada. And so we produced this book here, which was published by Create Space, but it's available on Amazon quite readily, and it is My Arab Spring, My Canada. And I think the best thing to tell you about it is that to tell you about the actual review done by a very independent organization called KirkusReview. And they looked at this book, which is 160 pages, and wrote some fairly positive things actually about the book. And one of the things that this said, I'm just going to read off some of the report, not all of it. Ghanem and Nasrallah believe that recent events provide an ideal opportunity to engage with mainstream Canadian culture and explore the potential convergence of values owing to the Arab Spring struggle for democracy, dignity, and development. And they go on to say, of particular note is the chapter titled The Hot Issue of Women and Hijab. And I'm actually responsible for that chapter, in which the realities of a culture clash are perhaps most evident. Acceptable modes of dress, the prospect of dating outside of the community, and even the practice of female genital mutilation. Then they say in the final chapter, Ghanem and Nasrallah call for greater understanding between the generations and suggest ways for Arab Canadians to fully participate in all aspects of society, from sports to politics, media, academia, business, and even the armed forces. Their overarching question is, are we heading toward a new paradigm, a new phase of shedding that prejudicial state of mind that saw most Arabs as at least labeled as anti-modernity, anti-democratic, and anti-assimilation to mainstream Canadian value system. Despite occasional editing issues of the in the book, this review says, it is well organized and full of interesting factoids about Canadian immigration, both in general terms and specifically with regard to the Arab diaspora. And the final very positive, flattering sentence was an essential guide for Arab Canadians and a fascinating resource for anyone interested in the dynamics of immigration and assimilation. And in the final chapter of this book here, in point form, and I'm responsible for this, of course, my partner has written everything about the issue of immigration, is that I advise the Arab Canadians to kind of do the following. One, full integration. Two, take the initiative to reach out regularly to other immigrants and indigenous groups and to listen, to explain, and to learn. Point three, join or create intra-Arab dialogue amongst Arab groups who have so far not been very united or effective to strengthen existing organizations. 4, support your democratically elected representative organization by committing to donations, to annual donations. These things cannot function without money. And participate in elections, whether they are federal, provincial, or municipal, in every way, either as a candidate or as a member of the party or in the committees that each party would have. And the Arabs as a group, either through the National Council for Canada-Arab Relations or some other organization, should form independent think tanks so that when there is an issue, the newspapers and TV shows don't go rushing to the next imam to ask them questions about these things. The imams have nothing to do with this, and they only represent Islam, which, of course, the Arabs are both Muslim and Christian, and lots of them are atheists these days. And point 7 is to provide a permanent legal counsel to see to it that nobody attacks them or insults them or produce racist slurs. So they should be able to sue such people and stop this by themselves. And they should encourage their children not just to become doctors. Everybody wants their children to be doctors like me. No, also they have to go into law, economics, and media, and administration, the police, the national security, the army, and so on. And point 9 is to stay informed about what happens in the Arab world, because that does affect what happens here in Canada. And the final and even most important point, in my opinion, and I'm biased about this, is to support complete and total equality and respect for women. So this is what this book is about. I hope you will be able to read it. It's available all over the place. It sells for $12. And thank you for listening to this.